Language learning doesn't care about your language learning goals. Hey, what's up? My name is Mark, and this is Language Come Up, a place where I come up and you do too. So today I want to talk about something that happened to me last week that was interesting and inspiring at the same time. So I've been doing a progress video every month to kind of track my Russian progress. So instead of making a video every 6 months, which is kind of the trend, I wanted to have a more accurate portrayal of what it's like to learn a language. All right, so I've had a class or two that's been kind of tough, rocky, but I've had some classes that I would say are smooth and really show the kind of progress I've been making. But I just recorded the 2-year progress last week, and for me, like any language learner, these kind of 6-month periods are very kind of interesting. It's like these really kind of landmark times in your learning every 6 months, right? And celebrating 2 years, I really wanted to show, how far I've come, but it was not exactly the case. So I asked to do this class with a English student of mine. We've never spoken in Russian, but I thought it'd be an interesting experience, and it was. So we start talking, and I noticed that really I'm not responding as well as I normally would, and I'm kind of having a real bad class. It's not so great, but I try not to get too frustrated. I try to have some level of poise and keep in the game, right? And as the class goes on, I'm able to kind of pull myself out of this rut and kind of salvage it. But during this video, you'll be able to see how I'm somehow at a loss for words. Maybe I wasn't understanding some of the things that he was saying, and it was a really accurate portrayal of what the process of language learning is like, because some of my previous videos, you don't see this kind of thing. I'm just kind of interacting, and even if I do make mistakes, I'm really having a conversation, and in this video, you'll see me get knocked on my butt, right? And it really just reminds me of the process that is language learning, Of course, it's not a linear thing as much as we'd like to think that it is, And this was an experience that I learned from Spanish that, after, let's say, a couple years of studying it, I would have some speaking sessions or just speak it with people, and one day you'd be like, man, I'm a nice speaker of this language, and the next day you would think, what the hell just happened? Like, what is this? Like, I'm speaking just very badly, and it would just be kind of, I don't know, really make you wonder. But going into Russian, I knew that this was to be expected. So I really wanted to have a 2-year look at, look at this progress that I've made, like basically was the case in my 1.5-year video, which I'm very proud of. But at the same time, I feel inspired that it was like that. Like I say, if language learning is anything, it's a humbling experience, right? And I was proud that I was able to fight my way out of it, right? So, I could have had this kind of class for many different reasons, right? Because A, the guy wasn't really a teacher. B, maybe we talk about so many things in our normal classes that sometimes it can be hard just to, to talk about those things in Russian, because the guy's, at, let's say, a good intermediate level at least, and I'm somewhere, in the, I would say, A2 stage. There could be many reasons, just the fact that maybe he was nervous, or I don't know, or maybe he didn't think of things to say, and I didn't think of things to say, or whatever. There's a million different reasons why the conversation could have been a little rocky, but I was inspired by it because it just goes to show how much you still need to learn and comprehend and be able to speak when you're learning a language. And it was a nice experience that left me really inspired to want to keep on going for more, right? And the idea of these videos that I'll be releasing once I can start subtitling them, is that you really see the process of language learning. It's not all like this. It's like this, you go down. Like this, you go down. So I wanted to have some really nice video for 2 years, but in fact, the reality of language learning is not like that. Language learning doesn't care about your language learning goals. They sure don't care about mine. So how can we win? Of course, time with the language and effort, really. Everything will take care of itself across time, but it's really hard to mark these kind of goals down. Language learning will find a way to humble you always, and you just got to be inspired by it and keep on going. So that was an interesting experience that happened to me. Humbling, inspiring, a great reminder of what language learning is like. So I want you to like and subscribe and tell me, what was a language learning win that you have recently experienced? I would love to know. So we'll see you next time, and stay on your language come up.